Percy Jackson and the Olympians, the Disney Plus TV show, has introduced a lot of new concepts, and I want to break a few of them down. The first one I want to talk about is the concept of glory, something the demigods are always striving for. But what is glory? What does it mean? What does it do? Let's explore. For me, I've kind of taken a more insidious idea of what the concept of glory is for demigods. As we see in the show, it is discussed by Luke and the others that glory is basically a thing that has demigods get discovered or recognised or observed by their parents. It's something to get their attention. But I think it's a little bit more deeper than that, especially considering it comes from Luke. Spoilers for the end of season 1, Luke turns out to be the lightning thief. He is someone who is anti the gods because the gods suck, pretty much. And I think the glory kind of leads into that, because for me, the glory feels like false hope. Something that makes the demigods believe that by doing something that leads to glory, like going on a quest, like winning capture the flag with their teams by doing lots of strategy or fighting or all this sort of stuff, will get their parents' attention. Because they desperately want their parents' attention, especially for the ones who have gone unclaimed, of which there are many. It's a sort of incentive towards the demigods, maybe even something that Chiron himself may have created, because he knows that these kids need something to try and help them, get stronger, be better, be able to protect themselves whenever they leave Camp Half-Blood. So if they put all of their energy into trying to be strong and be recognised by their parents through this sense of glory, maybe he can help them, be good, be safe, be strong, be the demigod that can live, the demigod that won't die young, like he has seen many times before. But, like with Luke, this concept of glory means nothing, because it does nothing. It is a sense of false hope given to the demigods that is continued to be given as false hope by the occasional recognition that comes from their parents. I have this theory that Clarissa's spear that she has in the show was a gift from her father based on an act of glory. Same with Annabeth's cap, possibly as well, unless we get a story of that in the future. But in the show, I feel like that may have been something gifted to her by her mother, due to the fact that the Athena cabin has won many times in a row. Then also the fact that we then have Percy even being claimed after successfully beating Ares' kids in Capture the Flag. The concept of glory isn't a thing. It's something that is a carrot that's actually a stick in disguise. It's something to get the demigods to be on the gods' sides, really, to make them believe that by doing something that will make their parents proud, they'll be given recognition, they'll be given some form of love. These are kids who desperately want their godly parents to love them. So they'll do anything to try and get that recognition, except for the few who realise what it is. A false incentive that really just means nothing at the end of the day. And so that's kind of how I think glory has ended up being. It's not actually something real. It's something to make the kids be distracted to try and get their parents' attention. But in the case of Luke, and possibly others, they're starting to figure it out. So I guess we're going to see in the future seasons whether or not glory is something that was rubbish, and whether or not there are going to be more demigods who realise this and turn to Kronos and Luke's side. What do you guys think? What do you think the concept of glory is in the Percy Jackson show? Do you have other theories? This is just basically my one, because I don't know, I feel like it's more insidious. I like insidious elements of it. I like the idea of it being like this false carrot, like this big incentive to get recognised by the gods when it's not really anything but just fighting and training under the false incentive that maybe their parents will recognise them. But I don't know, do you guys have any other ideas? If you do, let me know in the comment section down below. I would love to hear your thoughts on this. What other things in the show would you like me to discuss in future as well? Anything that you're kind of like, oh, this may need some explanation. Whatever the case, also let me know in the comments or drop me a message on social media if you follow me there as well. This is fun. I'm definitely be doing more theory videos in relation to the show, so keep an eye out. And yeah, subscribe, check out my Patreon, check out my books, and thank you all so much for tuning in, and I will see you all next time.